I'm like a magician. I just magically appear. Magically appear, guys. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. Now let's see. This is about to start again. This is about to start again. Trust me, I would listen to that song all day. In fact, days I'm not streaming, I listen to that song all day. It's literally my life theme music, guys. My life theme music. It's a song about me, is what it is. Damn. Okay, let me just get that out of my own face for a sec. There we go. There we go. Happy Sunday, if you're here watching. I think we've got like one viewer right now. That's okay. That's okay. I'm sure we'll get some more in shortly. Oh, and it's the one viewer that matters most. Care Bear Stare, how you living, girl? What's good with you? Well, happy Sunday to those of you that hear. Oh, okay, my viewer count just hasn't. There's actually more viewers in chat. Okay, my viewer count just hasn't actually updated for me. So there's more of you than I think there is. Oh, Care Bear Stare, thank you so much for the love and of course the bitty bits. You just made my afternoon. Damn, girl. You're amazing. Absolutely. As I was saying, happy Sunday to those of you who are here watching right now, and happy whatever day of the week it is to you who is watching this on YouTube, of course. Boy, oh boy, this is a momentous occasion, guys. Momentous occasion. Not least of all because it is the 10th podcast that we are doing here today. The 10th podcast. Now, considering this was like a project that we just sort of jumped into out of nowhere as like a, you know, just a deal that we did on the back of the DMCA thing. We stopped doing a countdown. We did the first one as just like a, I don't know, let's do a podcast. Like it was kind of weird. Like, and now this is the 10th one. This is the 10th one. And boy, haven't we had some crazy moments. Absolutely legit insane moments, guys. Not least of all, thanks to all of you who tune in and watch this thing, either on Twitch or, of course, on YouTube. Now, guys, I'm going to rip off a Band-Aid quickly for you. You were all expecting Hayden Green, 23, to join us today. And sadly, he's been struck by the YouTube bear. The YouTube bear has found Hayden Green 23, and I tell you what, it's not a good time when you come across a YouTube bear. I, of all people, know. So Hayden, hope you all good, dude. Have you seen that guy? He is swole. He's a drummer. And, well, we know that drummers are actually the strongest folk on the planet. So, I'm sure he can handle the bear fine. YouTube is, you know, it's tough. It's tough, you know. Whoa, hey! Get out of here! Get out! No! Bears, guys. I just say YouTube and a bear appears. Let's hope the YouTube bear doesn't come out and attack me again, folks. Whoa, that was yikes, we haven't even got started and we're getting attacked by bears. Like, oh, what do you do? What do you do? Anyway, folks, I have a hell of a story to tell. Those of you that aren't on my Instagram, tell you what, go and follow me on Instagram already. Yeah, you simps. Like, just get in there and do it. Coop, you're my favorite dude. Hope you keep growing. Thanks my friend. Often Professor. That's really nice. Look, I'm 28 right now. I don't think I'm going to grow any more than I currently am. Oh, you don't mean physically, obviously. But Gilded Branch, how you doing, my guy? Gilded Branch, guys. I caught this cat playing Dark Souls this morning. Dark Souls. Now, do you know what Dark Souls is? Dark Souls is the ultimate rage-inducing game. It's a game that you don't play if you want to have a good time. Let's put it that way. And I don't know. He doesn't talk a big talk when he's streaming, but I don't know. He just gets through like one of the hardest fucking bosses like it's nothing. He's just like, oh yeah, I got this. Done. Very envious. Trust me, as an RPG gamer myself, I know a good RPG gamer when I see one. And my guy's got the skills. My guy's got the skills. Gilda Branch, go check that dude out. Yikes. So, as I was saying, crazy story, guys. Yeah, I'm not just here to come after you for not following me on Instagram. No. But if you were following me on Instagram, you would have seen I was out for a climb today. Nothing. Well, actually, maybe I shouldn't play it down because it's not just a casual climb. It's actually a category 4 climb. I just casually do it a lot of times. Anyway, somebody had a fall on the mountain today. Never good to see. You don't like to see it ever happen to anyone, not even your worst enemy. Yeah, look, if anything, it just advertises this at all times. Just be safe, guys. Anyway, someone had a fall. Your boy, it it was pretty crazy. Very windy day. Got to catch a care flight helicopter. Come on in. Somehow keep itself steady and winch someone up off the mountain. It's fucking insane. I don't know anything about aeronautics, and even to me, that is a hell of a feat. Like, I'm amazed. My mind was blown. You can kind of see it on my face in the footage. Oh boy. So, not here to plug my Insta, just saying something crazy happened today, and yeah, my mind's still blown by it. It's just like, wow. But all the same. So we've got people getting attacked by bears sent by YouTube. We've got, helicopters, like, coming down mountains, attacking. Oh, hey! Dude, like, what's your problem? Are you trying to steal the stream, or what? Please, we're trying to begin a podcast here. Can we do this later? Can we postpone the fight till after? Okay? Like, I haven't even tried to upload it yet. Man. Just, alright. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow. Yeah, you can see me like juking him back. I'm like, oh, struggling with it. Anyway, guys, what's my Insta? There should be a link. Maybe there's a command. Let's find out. Is there a command? Yes! Well done. Nightbot. There you go. There's the Insta. Damn. Well, hey, let's hope that we don't get any more YouTube bear appearances. My guess is Hayden Green has kicked its ass and now it's here to mess with me again. Yikes. Anyway, guys, so we do have a podcast to start. Let me bring y'all in. There we go. All right, let's unmute. Wow, my friend, how are you today?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you doing?
My mind is blown right now. Look at that merch on you.
I know. I got it from some legendary guy called Coop Raptor. He's part of the Raptor Nation. Yep.
Raptor Nation. What a place to be a part of. That's
definitely.
How do I get in on that?
I would definitely check out his podcast because I heard he's streaming right now.
Oh, he's streaming right now. Well, I'll be back. I'm gonna go watch it. No, I'm joking. Anyway, girl, mate, did you just see that? I just got attacked by a bear.
I did. I saw the bear. Did Todd send the bear?
Well, I'm not sure. That's the first time Todd's been mentioned in this stream. So I'm not even. Oh. I was of the belief that was a YouTube bear, because here was the thing, I was minding my own business, trying to upload videos to YouTube yesterday, and then that very same bear appeared, and then was like, nah bro, you ain't uploading shit till you fight me. And I was like, whoa, bear? Anyway, no, it was a hell of a fight. I'm still recovering from that, in fact. Ssrenna, you've had a hell of a week, girl.
Oh, heck yeah.
You have, yeah, boy. Like, I realized I checked one thing with you before we got started. I didn't check the other one, so you can bring the other thing up if you want to. I'm not gonna just drop it on you and be like, bam. But hey, the one thing that I did check with you, you dropped another song through the week.
I did drop another song.
Guys, you dropped another song. Yes, Legend. It's called.
Yes.
Is that that's like a self-titled track, right?
Oh yeah. Self-titled track.
I love it. No, I gave it a listen. The shit is fire, guys. Legend by it's EPIC Ssrenna on YouTube. So go and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I tell you what, go check out Legend. Y'all all know the Coop God song. Okay, that shit's a banger. No, seriously, Legend. I'm telling you, it's fucking fire, girl. Like, congratulations on another awesome track. Just absolutely
Thank
nuts.
you.
Like, I think I've given it 6 plays this morning. Not even
Really?
lying. Yeah, I swear to you. I've just
Well,
like
fine.
I get Nightbot to put these things on loop for me. Yeah, that's right. Nightbot is pretty much my butler. He doesn't just work the stream; he works my life. Yeah, no, I get him to actually put these songs on loop, and yeah, I had Legend on loop for like ages while I was working out earlier.
That's funny because I listen to my music too while I work out.
That's, well, you know, I would do the same thing, except my music would sound terrible. It'd just be me attempting, like, something like, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
the music
like,
comes out like that.
it doesn't work. Okay, I'll just stick to hosting podcasts and gaming. How about that? You do the music, and I'll host the podcast. That's a fair deal, right? Anyway, guys, if you don't know who this lady is, well, she's more than just a lady. She's a legend, for starters. As I said, self-titled track she dropped through the week. She is EGN Ssrenna. EGN Ssrenna. So I'm gonna get this right. I'm not gonna mess it up. There we go. Haha. So make sure you jump in and chuck that channel a follow. She's a variety streamer, much like your boy, except she actually has artistic talent. So that's something that I can't offer you guys. I'm sorry. But she can. She does art streams. Ssrenna, you do art streams. I've seen it. I've seen it. And you, I don't know, you don't make your music on stream, do you? Are you going to start doing that?
I do not. I can make my music on stream.
I mean,
the funny part about that is it can sound really bad, just like how you described it.
Oh, yikes.
If you do it wrong.
Is it like, you know, Randy Marsh in South Park, where, you know, in the part of South Park where he's actually Lord, and, you know, he's just singing the shithouse song and then he does some plays with it and ends up sounding like Lord? Like, is that what we're talking? Is that you making music?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
All right.
That's how I do it.
Well, guys,
my secret. Don't give people my secret.
Oh, well, I think South Park gave away your secret, to be honest with you.
Oh, true.
Rip. Anyway, what do we got? What's good? Raptor Nation is going all the way, baby. Yes, we are. Look at this. Hashtag Raptor Nation. Yes, absolutely. Gilda Branch has kids climbing on him. What's the YouTube again? What's the command for YouTube? Is it just YouTube? Ha! I did it! I am a proficient streamer. And by proficient, I mean capable, because, yeah, I know my own command somehow. That's amazing. There you go. Check out the old YouTube down there. If you're watching this on YouTube, then you're obviously already checking it out, so don't worry about what I just said. Anyway, we have ourselves a podcast to get started on, fam.
Of course.
Yes, we do.
Where would you like to start?
Where should we start? There's so much.
Yes, we have so many good topics.
So much to unpack today. Okay, let's just go to the one that's at the top of my brain right now. Let's touch on Fall Guys. Okay. Let's talk about Fall Guys for a second. So Fall Guys, for me, seemingly came out of nowhere, right? So for anyone living under a rock, Fall Guys has come out this week and is currently the top-selling game on Steam.
Yep.
It's also free on the PSN store for PlayStation Plus members. So that's your free game of the month this month, is Fall Guys, guys.
That makes me wish that I have PlayStation right now.
Yeah, so you're an Xbox gamer, right?
Oh yeah, I have Xbox right now. I do like PlayStation. I just don't have one right now.
Yeah. Yikes. Yikes. Well,
Although the PlayStation 5 looks beautiful.
doesn't it? Oh, we've been talking about it a lot lately. The PS5. There's a few memes getting around. It looks a little bit like Sauron's tower from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is very sleek look. Something I must concede: the controller certainly looks as though it might have borrowed some elements from the Xbox controller.
It looks like an Xbox controller, yep. That's what I took of it. I took it was a very sleek, beautiful model with an Xbox controller.
Yeah. I mean, that is such a Sony thing to do, though, right? I feel like we talk about this on every single podcast we do. Sony, if they see a good idea, they're going to borrow it. And a lot of times, whether it's successful or it's not, a lot of times they do actually do it better. We tend to see. Case in point, not a successful thing, but definitely better gaming hardware. The PlayStation Portable. Okay, so obviously it was just an attempt at ripping off the Game Boy that Nintendo have had just so much success with. So Sony released the PlayStation Portable. It was actually a very good, handheld gaming console. But yeah, it just didn't perform well. It could never hold a candle to just where Game Boys were sitting in the market, obviously. So, other examples though. Live gaming, paid subscription for live gaming. Up until Microsoft released the Game Pass for Xbox and PC users, PlayStation really had their number on paid online gaming. So, and yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if next gen. I've said this so many times now. It wouldn't surprise me if Sony did actually copy the Game Pass next gen, just like they've copied their controller. So, what's scary about that, if you're a Microsoft guy or an Xbox guy, is this: Sony definitely had the better exclusive lineup. We'll talk about that in a little while, though, because there's something big, obviously, that we need to address in this podcast, but we'll talk about that later. Now, Fall Guys.
Yes.
Fall Guys. So obviously Sony have picked up a huge win over Xbox. They got the exclusivity contract for Fall Guys for console gaming, obviously. So PC players, don't worry, you can still play it. So they were able to then release the game for free for their their own PlayStation Plus subscribers. So a good move. It incentivizes people who have a PlayStation to sign up for PlayStation Plus if they want to play this game. And there's so much hype around this game, Ssrenna. Whether you've played it or not, you've definitely heard about it through the week, right?
Oh, definitely. I've seen videos of it. It looks so beautiful with like all the colors, and then like it looks so fun with all the different maps you can do, and there's so much you can do in that.
Yeah, oh man. And so Branch actually has an interesting take in chat. So Fall Guys is interesting. They expected it to go nowhere and not take off. That's why you can't name your characters and such. But it's reached a huge amount of players and already had a crazy fan base. The devs are going back and rebuilding it from the ground up, making it much, much bigger. Cheers to you, Two Twisted. And we got and gave away a ton of stream codes for Fall Guys the other week. It takes a bit more skill than it looks like as well. Oh boy, you're not kidding. And what Ssrenna says is right. It is just so bright, isn't it? I think that was the first thing. So we streamed it through the week, guys, didn't we? I got to play it a couple of times this week on stream. And that was the first thing I noticed, and the first thing I said when I came online was just how bright it all is. Like, before you even start playing the game, just the colors, right?
That's what draws me to the game, is all the colors and everything, you know?
Absolutely. And yes, Branch in chat, it is joyous. It makes you happy, whether you're playing it or whether you're watching somebody else play it. Not even just visually, the music, Ssrenna. Did you pick up on, like, have you caught, like, any games of it or anything? Did you pick up on the music?
I did a little bit.
For
I
me,
watched some of the games. I didn't watch a lot of them, but I watched some of them.
yeah, yeah. For me, it reminds me of the Crash Bandicoot music. I think maybe it's got some inspiration from that. But yeah, it just adds to the atmosphere of it, right? Like before you've even started playing a game, you've got all of this bright color, these really adorable characters and skins and outfits and colors and everything like that. And then yeah, you've just got this like this real just happy upbeat music just powering away at you. It's absolutely crazy. Just how quickly you just like caught up in this game, and it's just like and then you get in and play it, and oh boy,
How
isn't
did
it
you do
fun?
when you played it?
Uh, I had some cringe moments.
Oh, jeez.
I had some cringe moments. There's some clips. There,
I was gonna say, are there clips of it?
there are some clips. So last night, guys, and there is a clip of this. I got to the crown. I made it all the way. I got through all of the rounds and everything like that, and I got to the crown. I was the first to the crown. Here's a hot tip for those playing at home. Okay, if you get to the crown, you need to grab it. Grab the crown. No, no, seriously, grab the crown. Um, Now, why am I telling you this? Well, I did not know that when I got to the crown, Ssrenna. And guess what happened?
Really? Somebody else took it?
Well, before somebody else took it, I literally dove face first into the crown, rebounded off it, and was yeeted.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, it was heartbreaking. Actually, just talking about it, it's just bringing it all back. K-Best, thank you so much for the bits. Appreciate that. That's a real pick me
So let
up.
me ask you this, Coop.
Yeah.
Crowns. What did those do in the game? Is that like an achievement, or what is that equal to?
It is an achievement. Like obviously, more crowns you have, the better. Okay. So yeah, you get the crown if you win the overall game. So you play through the different rounds. You start out with 60
Mhm.
players. Okay. And yeah, you qualify through the rounds. Players get eliminated. Then you get to about a group of just under 10 in the final. And yeah, yikes! You actually then you're in like a final round. They do mix up the games. Probably the most prolific final game you play is Full Mountain. And yeah, the idea is you just like get up a mountainous obstacle course, and yeah, first one to the crown wins. The crown itself is just a kappa. It goes up and down. So even if you're the first person to the top, you might not actually get it because it just depends on timing and everything. So yeah, getting the
That makes
crown, it's a huge deal. Not every a lot of players have done really well. They've won multiple games. There is achievements in a trophy store on PSN. I'm assuming the same thing exists on Steam, but yeah, there's trophies for just something stupid like winning 5 consecutive games. There's people that have got that trophy somehow, but there are a lot of folks like me who, despite having played a fair few games now, have not won a crown. So at the moment, they definitely exist as like a flex meme. Um, but
okay.
also, what I've noticed in the store now, I'm not sure if the store will continue to exist the way that it does. At the moment, the store is obviously there for like in-game skins and costumes and stuff. You actually have to earn the currency and whatnot in game. It looks like for the most part, and there are some epic outfits that you can unlock by using crowns that you've won.
Oh,
So
that's pretty cool. That's awesome.
yeah, and you can only get them using crowns. Like yeah, it's not like 1 crown or 10,000 of the kudos, which is the other currency that you get, regardless. Yeah, no, it's just like you can only use crowns to buy these outfits. So I guess it allows you to get, skins that other players and viewers, if you're streaming, can see you wearing, and then obviously it like is just a flex on your achievement as well. So just it's there for flexing is the summary I'd give you.
That's still pretty cool.
But yeah, at the moment, yeah, coming back to what Branch mentioned in chat there. So yeah, they didn't expect it to take off the way that it did. So at the moment, particularly in Australia, where we're getting bit a little bit when we try to come online, because they tend to actually do their maintenance around about 7:30 to 8 ish. Um, and that's when we typically are looking at coming online. So they've been doing a lot of maintenance pretty much every night that I've tried to play this game. At some point, they've been doing some
Oh,
iteration of
jeez.
maintenance. Yeah, yeah. So it makes it very hard to really get into the game and play it consistently. Whenever you if you're just casually playing it anyway, like there's a lot of guys who are just putting in hours and it doesn't seem to affect them. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, they're having to do a lot of maintenance. Um, Look, I'm not criticizing that. I think it's actually excellent that a dev is actually addressing what is clearly an issue with the capacity of their game, um, rather than just sitting on it and doing nothing. We had that problem with Niantic when they initially released Pokemon Go. You might
Yep.
remember. Yeah, they were like the server was always crashing in the first week, and seemingly they weren't really doing anything about it until they did. But yeah, they waited a week, probably lost a few players from that. But yeah, these guys they're not making the same mistake. The server's not crashing. They're doing maintenance. The difference is this: you do maintenance at a set period of time and you get it done. Server
Yep.
crashing, when a server crashes, it can be down for quite some time, and it just happens randomly. You have no way of notifying people when your server's gonna crash. Yeah, whereas maintenance, you have control of that, and they've been very good at notifying people, updating people on Twitter and whatnot as to when they're doing maintenance, when they need to do it. So, GG, GG.
That's
Um,
really good that they're letting people know ahead of time versus just
Absolutely.
throwing it up there, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. So keen to see where that game goes. Now, let's move on to something crazy that's been developing on YouTube, is what I'd say. Now, last week was it? Was it last week? We covered the
Yes,
return
it was
of
lovely.
Doctor Disrespect. Momentous
Mm-hmm.
occasion. Momentous occasion. Now, through since he's come back, he's obviously been online a bit more. Absolutely, amazing streamer. Not taking a dig at him or anything like that, of course. But something that has come up as he's been streaming, and I don't know, it does continue to get talked about. Probably will continue to get talked about as a YouTube streamer, but actually also as a banned Twitch streamer. Um, Doc's more or less been segregated from his buddies on Twitch, from
Oh, yeah.
hanging out with them on stream and stuff like that. So yeah, have you come across any of that story through the week, Ssrenna?
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. How he can't stream with his friends, how he can't stream with Shroud right now, how, like, he has to stream with only people on his platform. Like, people are saying, like, how his team might at some point try to get it so he can stream with these people, but that's going to be later down the line. Like, right now, there's nothing that they can do with everything going on.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that they won't or can't do something later on.
Oh, for sure. So yeah, probably important to drop some exposition on everybody. Of course, Shroud through the week has announced that he is actually coming back to Twitch. He's signed an exclusivity deal. So welcome back to Twitch, Shroud. We've missed you, bro. We've missed you. But yeah, the effect of that is this: you don't get to play with your bud, Doctor Disrespect. Um, there have been countless examples of other streamers who've been banned off the Twitch platform, and then yeah, their buds have picked up a ban later for having them on their stream, and
Okay.
that's what the problem is. Yeah. So I guess if Tim the Tatman or Shroud or someone like that wanted to, they could play games like offline on Doc's YouTube stream, maybe. I'm not sure of the legalities of that, but yeah, the issue is actually Doc to Disrespect appearing in a Twitch stream. So a lot of times
See,
that's
I was wondering
yeah,
that too with the whole YouTube thing, but I feel like with his Twitch ban, they wouldn't allow it for some reason. They wouldn't allow Shroud to do it, if that makes sense, because of his whole Twitch thing.
yeah. Well, maybe that's on it too. Maybe Shroud doesn't get to go and well, I guess his exclusivity deal would. Yeah, I should retract what I've just said. So, Shroud's anyone on an exclusivity deal isn't allowed to appear on a YouTube stream themselves. So, yeah, obviously that segregates them. But yeah, I don't know. Someone who is just like a partner streamer. I don't know. Tim the Tatman. He's on a Twitch contract. Who else is there? I don't know. I'm sure Doc has some friends. Nick Merckx maybe. Nick Max, maybe.
Well, there is one person that he has been streaming with. I don't know if you caught it, but PewDiePie.
Oh, so Mr. YouTube himself.
Yes, he's been streaming with Mr. YouTube himself, and he said that he doesn't, or it said that he doesn't want to stream with other streamers. He wants to just stream with PewDiePie right now, and I don't know why, but that's just what he's doing right now.
Yeah,
but they streamed Fall Guys the other day.
They streamed Fall Guys.
They did. They streamed Fall Guys.
That's nuts. I did not catch this. This is crazy. How did that go?
It was awesome to see the two guys like collaborate together and to see two big guys like be able to have like this huge interaction, have like this huge chat because it was blowing up. I think he has like what 24 million views or something. I don't know. He has a huge amount of views on his YouTube stream that he did with PewDiePie. And basically how it went out was PewDiePie was going to come over and stream on his platform with him. They were going to play Fall Guys. PewDiePie was out for a bit. He came back. Dr. Disrespect was chatting with his chat, showing people videos. They came on. They did a little bit of fixing around with the stream and everything because they both don't know how to like set it up or that whole thing. You know how the Twitch chat or the stream goes really fast when people are live? So whole scenario messed him up, and he kept dragging random people into the thing. He's like, "Doc, what are you doing?" He's like, "That's not even me." He's like, "I sent you a message," and they went back and forth for a while, like between Discord, Instagram, trying to figure it out. And then they got into playing Fall Guys, and it was just great because they were having a great time. They were laughing. Everyone was just having such a good time.
So they were just hanging out. Those are my favorite streams. Yeah,
like rounds of 5. Whoever gets like 5 rounds and wins, it's like best out of 5 is what they did for the game.
Yeah.
To see who could finish first.
Oh, that's nuts. Imagine that. I'll have to go back and watch the highlight video at least of it. I'm sure there is a highlight video. Nobody does a better highlight video than the Doc, of course. But damn, that's incredible. So I guess it does open a door to Doc streaming with guys like PewDiePie. Maybe Ninja at the moment. I don't see those two getting along, to be honest with you.
I thought about that. That would be very interesting. I would actually like to see them collab. That would be very interesting collab, my opinion.
It would be interesting. I just don't see them getting along. Like Ninja's Ninja. I'm not taking a hit at him, but our boy's called Dr. Disrespect for a reason. Okay, he's the ultimate trash talker. I don't know. Ninja had a recent incident, himself in an attorney. So, he doesn't necessarily play well in a team environment all the time. With someone who's just like, half kappa. I don't know how he would cope even just playing a casual game with the Doc. So maybe I'm wrong. I'd like to be wrong. Yes, absolutely. Agree with Ssrenna and agree with Branch in chat. It would absolutely be entertaining. I don't see it happening. But yeah, aside from PewDiePie, it's to paraphrase what the Doc would actually say in this scenario. Who else on YouTube is actually on his level?
don't feel like he feels like many people are on his level with how he is right now. I don't feel like he feels that way.
Exactly.
To be honest with you.
Yeah, that's a very small company to keep if you're Doctor Disrespect and you're trying to find people who are on your level. That's pretty much
Right.
just the Shrouds and the Ninjas of the world. Maybe Valkyrie. Valkyrie is on a exclusive
That's what we're talking
YouTube
about. They
contract.
wanted him to stream with them, but he didn't want to stream with Valkyrie.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know why. It could happen. Like
it could happen. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of who's on YouTube right now that is, a decent sized streamer. There's not many that come to mind. They did sign some big contracts with people. Some other people ended up having some big contracts on Twitch in order to stay there. Like, yeah, the whole Mixer thing just set off a chain reaction, and you got a lot of folks who are just laughing about it. But yeah, all the same, don't feel too sorry for Doc. He's doing fine. He's found a new friend in PewDiePie. But yeah, his old bud Tim the Tapman, Nick Merckx. I'm not sure if Nick Merckx is actually on an exclusivity contract. All the same, I don't know if that dude wants to do any hours offline, just playing games on with Doctor Disrespect. I'm not sure, but yeah, doesn't get to play with him otherwise. Yeah, Shroud definitely just cannot play with Shroud anymore. That's a rip. Now, why?
right.
Why
a lot
is
of
that
people
a
are
rip?
very bummed about that.
Well, yeah, I'm bummed about that. These are two very good FPS players. So Shroud needs no introduction, but CS:GO legend, okay. And Doc, he's the two-time, okay, just a crazy Call of Duty player, okay. And a very good battle royale player too. It goes without saying, but yeah, he's a two-time world champion himself. Shroud's a world champion. Like, these are two very good FPS gamers. You want to catch them streaming together. As a viewer, you want to see that. Go back and just watch. Yeah, it's a damn good time. It's a damn good time. So we don't get that at the moment, just with how things are. Yeah, exclusivity contracts and just Doc being a banned streamer from the Twitch platform. Yeah, it's a yikes. It's a yikes. So rip. We'll just cherish the memories that we have, Ssrenna, and we'll move on. Oh boy. Move on to Halo Infinite.
Yes. Where would you like to start on that? Because I actually have some news I would actually like to read, if that's okay, from official Halo themselves.
Yes,
From
please.
343. From
Let's
what
go.
they posted. So I'm going to read this from you guys. This is from Halo Infinite, right? This is what they posted on Twitter. This is the official Twitter post. They said, today I want to share an important Halo Infinite development update with the community. We have made the difficult decision to shift our release into 2021. Ensure that the team has adequate time to deliver a Halo game experience that meets our vision. The decision to shift our release is the result of multiple factors that have contributed to developing challenges, including the ongoing COVID-related impacts affecting us all this year. I want to acknowledge the hardworking people from our team, 343 Industries, who have remained committed to making a great game to find successful solutions to develop challenges. However, it is not sustainable for the well-being of our team and overall success. The game to ship this holiday. Sorry, I'm reading it like I have to switch it.
Yeah,
so
you're good. Weird. You're a much better reader than I. I can't read. No, I'm joking.
Thank you. I was wondering how it's doing. Hold on. We know this will be disappointing to many of you, and we all share this sentiment. The passion and support this community has shown over the years is incredible and inspiring. We want nothing more than to play our game with the community this holiday. This extra time will let us finish the critical work necessary to deliver the most ambitious Halo game at the quality we know our fans expect. Thank you for your support and understanding, Chris Lee, studio head, Halo Infinite.
Well, thanks for that, Chris Lee. Look, I'm just going to come out here and say something bold, that may very well have just buried the Xbox.
Yep. There's mixed reactions between this right now. So the people who saw the graphics, which was a huge thing for a lot of people, which a lot of people didn't like how it didn't stand up to par with what it should be for the new Xbox, right?
Mm.
So because people were disappointed in that, people who were disappointed in that, they think it's a good thing that they're going back and redoing all this stuff because it gives them a little bit more hope that it's going to be the game that they want, right? But for the pros that took off the time from the games that they were playing, right? They started playing Halo to prepare for this. Well, now the pros don't have this game that they've been spending months for. So now the pros are absolutely heated over this whole situation. I understand why. Like,
oh yeah, like, and okay, it's not like Halo esports was in a good place before this either. So if you are still pro playing Halo, you're fucking pissed right now because you're already sticking by your game, right? Not even just the athletes, the orgs, even the guys, still running rosters in Halo esports. I'm not shitting on Halo esports. I actually have a lot of respect for it. But here's the deal: it wasn't really at its peak even before this, right? It wasn't the go-to esport, and now this has happened.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Now, I shouldn't be so reactive to this because we've been covering this game in previous podcasts, right? And I don't know, we've tried to be as diplomatic as we could be about it, but from the teasers and the gameplay trailers that we were getting, I can see why they've delayed it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna say it has to do with the whole scenario of the whole backlash that they got. Is what I'm gonna say. What it has to do.
Yeah.
Because let's play this way. If they release, yes, it takes away from Xbox X not having a brand new title to go with it, right? Can you a little bit more? Thank you. Sorry.
He's really excited about
their game, so
the Xbox X not having
I forget what
its
it was.
game.
Okay. Xbox X not having the game. So a lot of people feel like that's gonna bring Xbox down because of that. Well, at the same time, you don't want a half-released game that doesn't look up to what it should be.
Absolutely.
So in my opinion, because I'm not a pro, I actually for me, I think this is a good thing for them because when it does come out and say they fix everything and say they make it look super beautiful, like what everyone wants, I feel like that can definitely bring it back up to what Xbox is supposed to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with that take. And it's important to remember, guys. We were happy to just cop it on the chin when CD Projekt Red told us that we'd be waiting a little longer for Cyberpunk, right?
Yep.
Here's the deal: Cyberpunk is not a flagship game, and Cyberpunk is not like an exclusive release title to any particular console. So CD Projekt Red can take their time with just making that game perfect. Halo, on the other hand, is a massive, massive, massive Xbox draw card. Okay.
Yep.
Now, yeah, I agree. You should not be. It is better to delay the release of a game than just push on ahead, knowing that it's not going to be good. Knowing that what you've shown people isn't good, and knowing that they know it's not good, right? It's better to go back to the drawing board, delay the release, and fix what you need to fix. The creators of Sonic the Hedgehog did the same thing. And yeah, was it like an Oscar contender? No, but it was a better movie than what we expected to get based on the first trailer we had, right? And a lot of it had to do.
Oh, the first trailer was terrifying.
Exactly. So it's a GG is what I'm saying, but at the same token, it's a double-edged sort of thing, right? Because it really, really hurts the Xbox at release.
Yeah.
If you're not getting this game till next year, you are not buying that console this year. If you're a person that plays the Xbox just for Halo. And that's a lot of people. Hell, I myself, I never played the Xbox this gen. I've explained why. Let's not go into that. But yeah, last gen, I'm not gonna lie, I did buy an Xbox just to play Halo. I ended up picking up a whole bunch of other titles on it too, like, after you get drawn in, of course. But yeah, I can tell you, people do buy Xboxes just to play Halo. That's the impact that this
Yep.
IP has. It sells consoles. I can't overstate that. Even today, it is still a big deal. Um, so to not have this game at release of your console, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, it's gonna set them back a bit until they actually release the game, and then I feel like more people might get into the Xbox. I mean, you're gonna have your Xbox people gonna get it if that's all they play is Xbox,
Sure.
right? But like, it all depends on how the console looks too. If they do it beautifully, like say they do it beautifully perfect, right? That might change some people's opinions, because if you can play all your favorite games on there, right, and it all looks beautiful no matter what, then that might change the game just a little bit. But without that Halo release, like you said, it's gonna bring it down a little bit for them, or not a
Yeah.
little bit, a lot.
A lot, yeah. And like I don't know, we'll play this game where we look at the comparison between Xbox and the PlayStation for a second, okay? Because when you do that, these two guys, they really do just compete directly against each other, always, always. So there are people out there who make a decision to buy one and not the other. Like, not everybody has enough to buy both. Actually, most people don't have enough to buy both. So when you look at this situation here, okay, you know that the both of these consoles are coming out this year, right? Later on in the year. You know that you won't have Halo till next year. And what else has Microsoft got coming with the Xbox? Avowed.
They do have Tony Hawk.
They have Tony Hawk. Yeah, sure. They have Avowed, which looks
Yep.
like a very good game. Will be a very good game. I'm gonna stake it right here. Avowed is going to be a terrific game. Okay, Obsidian are a great studio. I think that's going to be excellent. So, Tony Hawk, Avowed, and Fable, and
I heard the Fable.
Yeah, we don't know anything other than it's Fable. That's about all that we know about it. So, yeah, I don't know. If you really, really love Fable, then buy an Xbox for it, but I doubt anyone is. And, of course, some form of Forza game. There's motorsport guys out there, so I guess, Forza's a draw card. But, yeah, okay, so that's what you got coming from Xbox. Sony have this freak lineup of exclusives coming with the PlayStation 5. Really, just I've been saying this in constant podcasts. They've been smashing it out of the park in terms of promoting their exclusives. And you know what? They were doing it for the PlayStation 4 exclusives too. Like, look at The Last of Us 2. The Last of Us, even, previously, Spider-Man came out.
Spider-Man was a huge one.
It was massive. It was massive. But yeah, okay, and they're playing off that success. So this gen we got Spider-Man. Next gen, it appears that we'll have like a DLC sort of deal on the PlayStation 5. And that's going to be a Miles Morales take on the game. Now,
Okay.
I'm pretty keen for that. And yeah, this sort of deal. There's a what was the game called? I've forgotten it now. But there's a studio, so some guys that had previously worked on, the story writing for Legend of Zelda. They've just come over and made their own sort of independent IP. Sony have backed them when Nintendo wouldn't, and that's definitely a huge loss for Nintendo.
That is a huge loss.
It's a massive loss. Yeah, I don't know. Nintendo, let's not bash them too much, but they don't do very good with supporting their third-party studios that are making games for them, or their esports for that matter. But let's not go into that. But so you've got all these amazing things coming over for Sony, and a lot of reasons to pick up a PlayStation 5 if you want to. Also, Sony are touting backwards compatibility of the console.
Yep.
So for the most part, you can put all your PlayStation 4 games in there and play them. You can put all your PlayStation 3 games in there and play them. And apparently, you can put all your PlayStation 2 games in there and play them. Jury's out on whether it works for PlayStation 1 games. Look, given they go all the way back to the 2, wouldn't surprise me if the ones work too. But yeah,
To
point
be
is,
honest with you, if I had to play a PlayStation 2 game, I want to play Crash Bandicoot on PS5, the original.
oh, you mean a PlayStation 1 game? The original Crash Bandicoot. Oh man.
Yes, I haven't played that so long. I remember it. Like, it brings back so much nostalgia.
People forget. I swear to God, the original Crash Bandicoot was hard. It was
Oh, it
probably
was very hard,
it was probably like the Dark
but
Souls
I
of its
loved
time.
it.
It was probably the Dark Souls of its time. No one forgets. Like that game was the difficulty of it was probably geared more for adults. Yeah, they definitely watered it down in later releases. So Crash Bandicoot 2 still a very good game. Crash Bandicoot 3 still very good as a platformer. But yeah, the original Crash Bandicoot. So pick that up and play it. You can play the remaster now. So yeah, there's the Insane Trilogy that came out
Yes,
last year, was it? Yeah, so you can play those games
I
again.
believe so, or the year before. Yeah, no, it was last year. You're right.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I lose track of these things sometimes. But yeah, so it's pretty much those games, but all prettied up and less glitchy, maybe. I'm not sure. But so you can play them, but yeah, playing the original, like it probably doesn't look as good as what you remember it. But oh boy,
Probably.
that would be nice. There's some games. Yeah, I agree with you. I would play Crash. Now, what else would I play? Going back to the PlayStation 2. Oh, I've said this before. So, Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm talking the PlayStation 2 game, Star Wars Battlefront 2. Very, very good single player offline campaign. One of the best that you'll play in a
Yes.
game, in fact. Let's see. What else would I play? This is more just like a me thing. I would actually play NCAA football 2016. That's a PlayStation 3 game, and it was actually the last NCAA football game that anyone got to make.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. EA stopped making them, and yeah, it had a lot more to do with the NCAA just putting a close on, yeah, allowing
Okay.
them to be made. Yeah, you notice you don't get any basketball games or anything either. Yeah, but hey, there's been some. Let's not go too much into it, but there's been some developments on player likenesses and things like that. A recent court ruling, which has probably reopened that. If someone wants to make another game, they can. But in the meantime, that's the last lot of goodness that we have, and it was actually even still. I've actually still got a PlayStation 3. I play this game on my PlayStation 3 sometimes. It's a very, very good football game. If you're into football.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, Guild Bridge in chat. It was so difficult. One of the earlier games you played took you to where you are today. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I think if you actually finished Crash Bandicoot, the original Crash Bandicoot, you probably a more adept platformer than most. I think it's fair to say. To be fair, Branch, you also that actually makes like so much sense because as I was saying earlier on, you're a very good Dark Souls player too. So, like case in point, mate. Anyway, so what on earth were we talking about? Yes, so Halo Infinite was actually postponed.
Yes.
Rip Halo Infinite. This I don't know. This started off as just like me being funny, me just I don't know being a bit of a capper, me just saying something stupid because I don't know it made me chuckle. But as we go on in these podcasts and as this news develops, as these stories develop, I'm feeling myself become more and more likely of being right when a few weeks ago I said that maybe this next gen is the last gen where we see an Xbox.
Yeah. There's a lot of speculation on that too. Like I've heard speculation on that. If they don't have Halo and it doesn't go well, that's probably the end for Xbox right there.
It's a huge yikes because don't like I keep on reminding everybody of this. Don't forget before Microsoft updated the hardware and pretty much re-released the console with and then of course updated their online store to offer the Game Pass. Before all of that happened, they were dead in the water this gen. Like the Xbox One was terrible. It did not actually sell
yeah.
at release. It just got annihilated.
They released it way too early. They wanted to set it up the same time Sony set theirs up because Sony's like, oh, we're gonna set ours up this day, right? And we're gonna release it this day. And Xbox wasn't finished. They're like, oh, since Sony's doing this, we're gonna go ahead and push it even though it's not done. And then tons of people had problems and they had to go ahead and fix it, make a second wave of Xbox.
Exactly. That's yeah. That's exactly what happened. And I don't know, that still annoys me now because you know why? A lot of the reason why we're seeing, I call back to Cyberpunk. A lot of the reason why we're seeing, this drawback on the release of Cyberpunk is, well, I don't know, it's not the only reason, but a lot of it is the game was having performance issues on the earlier release Xbox. The hardware wasn't running the game well. So, yeah, I don't know. Obviously, CD Projekt Red, they're the good guys as far as devs go. They're not going, they don't want to isolate anybody. They don't want to alienate anybody. So I guess they hold their game back so that all gamers can enjoy it. So GG, I love that. But at the same token, I'm pretty mad as a PlayStation gamer that I have to sit here and wait for this game that I've been yearning after for years now. It has been years.
Oh yeah.
I have to wait this much longer because Microsoft couldn't get that shit together hardware-wise at release. So I don't know. So anyway, the crux of it is this: they didn't have a very good run at the start of this gen. They did move some consoles out the door when they obviously, as I said, re-released it. They have made a lot of money off the Game Pass and everything like that. But don't forget, the Game Pass does exist on PC as well. So removing the Xbox from the market doesn't necessarily stop your sales on Game Pass. And in fact, if you were just an idea, for you, Microsoft, if you're looking for some free advice, here it comes. If you were really clever, you would actually cross-platform the Game Pass now before Sony copy it.
Yes. I agree with that 100%.
Just do it. And actually, the talk of cross-platforming is a great segue into the next thing I wanted to talk about today. So, who's heard of a company called Apple? How about EPIC? So, oh boy.
Oh, there's a lot going on between the two of them right now. They both gotten, well, Apple gotten some hot water right now.
Well, are they? I don't know. There's a lot to unpack. So here we go. Let me exposit a little bit for those of you at home. If you haven't seen through the week, a situation has developed. Now, I don't know. I'm assuming that everyone's heard of Fortnite, right? So Fortnite, very popular FPS game. I don't know, kind of took the world by storm. Now, Fortnite is literally on every single gaming platform. That includes, through the Apple Store and the Google Play Store. And of course, it's available for console gamers, PC gamers, etc., etc. Now, what has been happening is this. If you're a person that is a mobile or a MOBA gamer, I think they're called, you have been charged an extra 30% on your in-app transactions through Fortnite because every single app in the App Store, and it's not, sorry, we should try not to pick on Apple here because the Google Store does the exact same thing. Okay, so you charge extra because they actually put a tariff. They take a 30% hit on the sale. Any form of transaction through any app that is on their store. So that's what they do. Now, Epic have really, what we know is this: Epic have actually been in a back and forth with Apple and with Google over that tariff for a while now, because well, where Epic are coming from, they have their own store, right? Where in-app transactions, they only worry about like the PayPal tariffs and the likes of that, which are much smaller. Like we're talking, not even 2%. So a 30% hit through a store, if you're Epic, yeah, obviously you have a problem with that. And obviously, if you're a gamer, you have a problem with that. So there was back and forth existing. Then all of a sudden, what Epic started doing was they created an in-app bypass within the game of Fortnite. So you were able to complete a transaction that bypassed the 30% tariff. Pretty cheeky. Of course, Apple and Google found out about it and removed Fortnite from the App Store and the Google Play Store. And that's where this all really kicked off. Then through the week, what's happened is this. Epic have filed a lawsuit against Google and Apple. And they have released just a gem of a trailer.
They definitely did.
Well, a trailer, it's kind of like a diss track without the music. So, oh boy. it's great. I don't know if maybe we can't watch it on here today, but guys, check it out. It's not hard to find. So pretty much, if anyone existed 30 years ago, you might remember a 1984 spin-off trailer that Apple did having a go at IBM. Now, it was actually pretty clever at the time, and it played Apple up to be the good guy to IBM monopolizing the market. Now, the lawsuit that Epic have filed against Apple and against Google alleges that, well, now Apple are the IBM of our time in a lot of ways, that they actually are monopolizing the market. So, yikes. It more or less just depicts some Fortnite characters running on through smashing the Apple dude in the same manner as what happened in the old Apple ad. So it's just a funny take on it. Guys, go and watch it. It obviously is much better than my description of it, of course. But naturally, what is interesting about this, Ssrenna, is this trailer came out immediately after the app was removed from the App Store. Now, why?
Definitely. I was gonna say it's definitely a diss towards Apple.
But it was so quick. It was so quick, Ssrenna. Like I'm saying immediately, like this thing has production value, right? Like this has taken some time to make this video. There is no way that Epic didn't have this ready to go. And the lawsuit was filed immediately after the app was removed from the stores. So what I'm getting at is this: Epic were walking these guys into this. I think this is actually a fight
push both of them back into a corner.
Yeah, I think this is a fight that Epic wanted to pick. Yeah, if not the timing of it, like I'm not joking. This lawsuit it came like that. You don't put something like this together that quickly. Like Trust me, okay? Legal shit doesn't work like that. Okay, yeah, they
No.
knew. They absolutely knew.
It takes forever.
Exactly. And yes, Branch, that's precisely what I'm saying. They absolutely knew that this was going to be the reaction that they got when they did what they did within their app. They knew that they were going to piss Apple off, they were going to piss Google off, and they knew that would be the response that they got. And hey, they were ready to fire. Now, this lawsuit, I'm not going to read it out because legal documents, unless they're frivolous lawsuits from guys, who are just, trying to claim $25 million because Twitch has thoughts on its platform. Yeah, I'm not going to read it out because, they're boring aside from those submissions, right? So what it does have the impact of is this. Epic, in their claim, they're not actually asking the court to award any money to them. What Epic's lawsuit is actually coming after is Apple only allowing their own store on their own devices, and vice versa with Google, with the Google store or whatever. But yeah, Apple's probably the best example of, this very issue that Epic are stirring up. This whole monopolization thing. So think about it this way. Here we go. I've got, oh look, there's Kylo on the iPhone there. I've got an iPhone, right? So if I open up my iPhone and if I want to play games on my iPhone, if I'm a mobile gamer, okay, look, there's no Steam on here, and there is no Epic Store, and there is no way of me accessing the Epic Store or Steam and then getting a game off there and playing it here. Okay, so here's what I have to do. I have to go to the App Store, and that's where all the apps are on an iPhone. It's the same for an iPad. I believe it's probably the same for a Mac computer. Maybe it's a little bit different, but that's kind of the point that Epic are making. There's all of these people who have iPhones, iPads, the likes. Okay, that's a whole market of gamers, right? And they can only access gaming through who Apple say they can. And that's the deal. That's the deal that Epic are coming after. Their suit is seeking for the court to more or less remove that from the market. Obviously, I'm trying to think of another word, but I guess the word is force companies like Apple and like Google to actually allow cross-platform stores on their devices. And that's what Epic are coming after. And it's pretty obvious why Epic would do that. One, they want engagement with their store, right? They want that market to be able to engage directly with their store and not be at the mercy of whatever Apple want to charge for an in-app transaction. So, yeah, that's obviously one thing. Another thing is, it's a good way for Epic to get up on Steam. Steam aren't really bothering with this. So, Epic lead the charge. They get it there. And yeah, that's what it is. So what are your thoughts on that? It's yeah, put you on the spot a bit.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
It's a tough
well,
one.
think about it this way, okay? If you were let's just say it came to limit PC gaming. Okay. If you bought I don't know, if you bought a HP, you could only buy games off Steam. And then if you had a Dell or a Dell, for instance, you could only buy games off Epic, and then that's it. It's limiting the market, I guess, and that's kind of the point that Epic are making here. Yeah, so if I've bought an iPhone, I can only buy things through the App Store. That's what I was saying.
From Apple, right?
Yeah, well, whatever Apple allow on here through the app store. So for someone like any form of developer, okay. So Pokemon Go, we talked about Pokemon Go earlier. Pokemon Go is an app on the App Store, right? So
Yep.
yeah, so you access it there. You have in-game and in-app purchases, right? That gets hit with the levy. That gets hit with Apple's levy. So Niantic make that much less money off whatever you decide to spend in their game. Um, so the impact might be that maybe you pay a little bit less on in-app transactions and things like that. Probably though, the impact is you pay the same amount and just more money goes to the developer,
Yeah.
as opposed to Apple taking their piece or their
Yeah.
massive piece. Yeah.
30%.
Branch, did they come to an agreement with Google? You only asked as the trailer Epic release is directed solely at Apple and doesn't mention Google or Android. Well, to be honest with you, no. To my knowledge, they haven't come to an agreement with Google. I think that with the trailer, Apple were just the easier target, right? Um, because, well, let's face it, Apple have come under fire for a bunch of other practices, and in a lot of ways, they are probably the most guilty of limiting, market fairness. I guess you could say on their devices. Like, if you were to compare Android and the App Store, well, I think you have maybe half as many apps on the iOS App Store as what you do on Android.
Okay. See, I have Android.
Yeah, yeah. So, I'm not trying to shit on Apple here, and like I said, guys, that's very much why I do want to highlight it's not just Apple that Epic are coming after on this, but yeah, I guess from Epic's standpoint, Apple seemed to be the easier target. So yeah, you take that shot. You have that clever take from the old Apple ad from centuries ago. I don't think you necessarily have like that kind of take that you can make on Google, for instance, or Android. I don't think they've ever marketed themselves that way. I don't think you could have
No.
an angle at them. Yeah. So yeah, I guess for Epic, it was just easier for them to point out, well, hey, based on what we believe, you guys are hypocrites. So yeah, that's why they've done that.
Well, it'd definitely be easier to go after Apple versus Google, like you said.
100%. And well, I guess you piss off a lot less people going after Apple as opposed to Google.
That is very true.
Yeah. So because Google isn't just Google, right? Google is YouTube as well. So you come after Google, you're likely to just come under fire from all of the YouTubers. And don't we Twitch streamers know they can get proud? Those YouTubers.
Oh yeah.
Boy, oh boy. So yeah, I don't know. So it was actually a pretty clever move on Epic's part. Do I think that it will work? No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer or anything, so what do I actually know? No, I just said YouTube. I just said YouTube, man. Please. I'm not uploading anything. I'm not coming out. It's not me. I'm not coming after Google. I'm not coming after Google. I swear. I swear, man. No. It's Epic. Epic. You want to go after Epic. Yeah, Epic.
Oh yeah.
Epic. They're suing
Go after
you.
Epic.
They're suing you right now. Yeah, that's right. Damn bears. Yikes. Whew. I get attacked more than I should. Yes, I live in Australia, the land where everything wants to kill you. We don't have bears here.
I've heard that. You don't have bears.
Bears is probably the only thing that we don't have here, yet I somehow get attacked by bears. Why is this, guys? Oh boy. But anyway, as I was saying, do I think it'll be successful? I'm not sure. I'm not a lawyer, but boy, it makes for some pretty interesting thought, doesn't it? When you think about it, it's an interesting take. Now, important for me to say, Epic aren't exactly squeaky clean themselves, right? Like, if you think about the intentions of it, maybe it has a positive impact on things. Maybe it opens the market back up and makes things fairer, sure. But, why are Epic doing this? Probably to make more money. And, it's not like Epic are just like a small little upcomer anymore right now. Like,
that's pretty much what I took from it, was to make more money doing this whole situation.
Yeah, they want to make that 30% more on their mobile players, obviously. That's money that they're missing out on to another big company, right? But yeah, all the same, as I was saying, Epic aren't exactly absolved from this, and something that I want to bring back up again is this. So while Epic are trying to chase their extra 30%, already being like $1 billion company or whatever the hell they are, look, Fortnite Save the World is still in early access. Okay.
Yep, not even a full game yet.
Not even a full game yet. So, hey, look, GG to those of you who have bought the Founders Pack and you're still playing that game and you're still making content for it. Look, I haven't forgotten about you. We haven't forgotten about you. Bless you. I'm not going to do it. But yeah, I think it's really uncool. For me, it's just, I don't know, it comes back. It comes back to my mind. It comes back to the forefront of my mind because I know that is still a deal, right? And then I see Epic just, leading the good charge and, we're the good guys and, look at Apple, they're the worst. And it's like, well, guys, maybe you should get things right on your own shit first. Actually release your game.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, you're good now.
Okay.
It just broke up for a second, like you were all itty, so I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Oh, bless. Well, what I was saying is, maybe get things right yourself, Epic. Release your game. Yeah. I'm not saying that, their point isn't right. I'm just like, come on, guys.
But it is true, though. If you're going to spend money in a game, realistically, it should be a full game.
Well, there's no good reason that I can think of for this game to not have been finished right now. Like, there's no good reason. This was the game that they set out to make when they made Fortnite. It was originally just called Fortnite, and then they created the Battle Royale mode. That. Yeah, they created the Battle Royale mode off the side. It was like an add-on to their core game, similar to what you see with Warzone with Call of Duty, right? That's what Battle Royale is in Fortnite. And then, they, I don't know, it's stayed, what is it, like 4 or 5 years now? This game's been in early access. It's something stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they still are charging for early access. Like, I doubt that, right, it's still in beta stage. This isn't a beta anymore. You've had all of the feedback that you need. Release your damn game. Like, oh boy. Anyway, I'm going to stop ranting about that because I probably wouldn't stop otherwise. Next topic that we wanted to talk about, Ssrenna, was this here. So, Pokemon.
Yes. I know all there is to know about Pokemon, but continue.
Well, I have one simple question.
Master.
I have one simple question for you, Ssrenna. Who was your first starter Pokemon? Now, before you answer, I want emphasis is on first here, not your favorite. I'm talking the first time you ever played a Pokemon game. Who was your starter?
Oh. I would have to say Charmander.
Charmander. And what game was it?
He turns into Charizard. Okay, so it's Pokemon Red.
Okay. That is Pog. That is super fucking
Yes.
pog. Okay, so you pick Charmander, and yeah, you're absolutely right. Turns into Charizard. Oh boy. Well, I didn't have that privilege. The first Pokemon game I played.
What?
Yeah, no. I've explained this before. Here, I'll show you. Okay, so first Game Boy I got was this bad boy right here. It was a Game Boy Color. Yeah, you guys saw this come out.
Ooh.
You guys saw this come out the other week on the podcast. So yeah, it was a Game Boy Color.
That is beautiful. You kept that in beautiful condition.
Well, yeah, I mean, it got a lot of play out of me like when I was younger, but yeah, I've not really touched it since. So yeah, I've just kept it in its little carry case here.
I like that case. That's
yeah,
nice.
Poor thing's like falling apart. I don't think I can zip it back up now. But yeah, anyway, so the first Pokemon game I ever played was Pokemon Gold.
Ooh,
I also
fantastic.
I also got Pokemon
Fantastic.
Silver on the same day, but the first one I plugged in and played was Pokemon Gold. Yeah, so
Yeah.
my starter was not Charmander or Squirtle or any of those. My first starter was Totodile, actually.
Ooh, you picked Totodile. Okay.
Yeah, I went with Totodile. He evolves into Feraligatr. Yeah, but yeah, as I said, that's why I wanted to clarify with you. So, I still cherish my Feraligatr. I wonder if this works. I don't have any batteries up right now. I can't even. I think the internal battery in the cartridge is probably run out, so I doubt my save game's still there. Rip. But yeah, anyway, I had like a level 100 Feraligatr in this game. I love my Feraligatr so much that I leveled him up to 100.
That's what I did with my Charizard. I have to level him up to level 100. You have to level him up to level 100.
When they're your favorite and they're your starter, yeah, you're obliged to do it. You owe them,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, no, my favorite starter, of course, is Charmander. Yeah, Charizard is definitely like a fave pokey. But yeah, like first game I played, and that's why I wanted to clarify. But oh man, and why I asked this question is this: Pokemon. I don't know. For me, I've told this story before, guys. It definitely started my journey as a gamer, right? Like I started actually gaming, playing Pokemon when I was 8 years old, right?
Yeah.
But even if that's not you, a lot of people are like me, and that was the same story for them. But even if that's not you, for the most part, gamers have played Pokemon, right? It's definitely had a huge impact on all of us. Like, what's your Pokemon story? Not your gaming. You can tell your gaming story. I'd love to know that. But yeah, what's your Pokemon story?
So for me, I remember having like all the cards, right? And not only just the cards, right? You had the toys, and then you had the TV show that came on every Saturday morning. You get up, you watch it. Although I had it on VHS too. So I had the original ones of VHS, so I got to rewatch it. It was awesome. I loved it. Still wish I had those to today, but I don't, unfortunately.
Rip.
But then you had the games, the handheld consoles you could play on. I mean, was all this fun goodness. Like I've played all the way from the beginning, from Red all the way up to Sun and Moon.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I played through. I didn't play that far though. I got up to Black and White. And then I didn't rage quit, but yeah,
I didn't like Black and White though. I don't like what they did.
Exactly, and that's why I didn't really play any of the main games after. Yeah,
I was so terrified after, like you. I was so terrified after like they came out with that they were gonna butcher it, because I was like, what are all these Pokemon they have? They have a trash Pokemon, they have a key Pokemon. I was like, these aren't Pokemon like what I remember. Like the originals are Pokemon, but now like they've come out with some pretty cool ones that are newer and stuff. And I agree, they're pretty cool. But the Black and White, I just feel like that was a fail. That was just a fail for them.
Yeah. Look, I don't know. Maybe they felt the same way because they re-released it. They released Black and White 2.
Yes.
Yeah, which I don't know. I was just like, get out of here. I didn't even bother looking at those games. But like I got to Black and White, and yeah, I felt the same way with the Pokies, right? Like, to me, you have, yeah, like the garbage Pokemon, and it was called Trubbish. Um,
Trubbish, yeah.
yeah, and then there was a candle Pokemon called Chandelure.
Yep.
Yeah, and I don't know. To me, it just reeked of they're running out of ideas. And to that stage, they'd come up with how many Pokemon? Like, yeah, it's gonna get to like. I just remember me picking that game up and playing it and just be like, you know what, like this, they've probably just gone too far trying to like come up with Pokemons. That's fine. Like I'll just ship
Oh yeah, you
Gen
could
Gen
definitely.
1 and 2 and a little bit of 3. Like it's fine. I'm all good with it.
I remember how discouraged I was when like I played it, right? Because that was a big hype. Everyone was all excited for it because people love Pokemon. They're like,
It's a
"Oh,
new
brand new
Pokemon game.
Pokemon game,
Yeah.
gonna play it." And then you play it, and then you're like, "What is this? This is not Pokemon. This is not what I remember growing up with. Like, what happened?"
There's another thing too. Is it just me? Is it just me, guys, or are Pokemon games easy now?
They're super easy now.
Yeah,
Super easy.
yeah,
Like
like
I remember fighting the Elite Four in the original games and all that, like going through the Indo League, Elite Four, all those. And I remember how hard those were. And then now you get into these stuff and you can just beat them pretty easy.
yeah, and that was my gripe with Black and White as well. It was easy, and apparently they've only got easier. Like Sun and Moon, even Sword and Shield, like the Switch games and everything like that. Very very easy. Um, Compared to the earlier releases. Probably, and something that we know is this, guys. The most raw and the most true release of games to what the original developers, so Game Freak, as they existed when they first started making these games, right? The most true versions of the game to what they had envisioned when they started out their project were actually Gen 2, so Pokemon Gold, Pokemon Silver, and then obviously the refined version in Pokemon Crystal. Um, those are the games that they wanted to make when they were making Pokemon games. And they've confirmed as much themselves. And yeah, like even before those games, Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Yellow, like they're actually challenging games. I remember, like, I went back and played Pokemon Red, so I can affirm this, guys. It's not an easy clock. You're not gonna just finish it.
Nope.
No, like the Elite Four in Gen 1 and Gen 2, it was a death gauntlet, right? You had to have your
Oh
party
yeah.
perfect. It wasn't just about having the right type. No, no, you had to train your pokies up. You had to have the right move sets on them, and oh man,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
It was a lot of strategizing for that. Now it's like you don't even have to strategize. You just push a button and it dies, it dies. That's pretty much how Pokemon is now.
oh my god, chat, calm down, please. Shit. Um, oh god, Fire Red and Leaf Green, yes.
Ooh, Leaf Green. I haven't played that in forever. That's such a good game.
Yes, they were definitely, they did the right thing with Fire Red and Leaf Green. So for anyone not knowing what the fuck we're on about right now, they're remasters of the original games, and then we also got Heart
Yes.
Gold and Soul Silver. And yeah, they threw in a lot of extra stuff in them, like in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, you got like a pedometer that came with the game.
Yes, I remember having that. So how that worked was you had Pokemon and you transferred them to your device, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Pokemon that you had on your device, you put it on your side, and when you go walking, it levels up your Pokemon for you, and they can find items.
Yeah, yeah.
It was the coolest thing ever. I loved it.
So, like, if you're a Pokemon Go player, like, you know how you walk your buddy now? Like, instead of
Yep.
having, like, an AR thing following you around all the time, yeah, what you had in this was, yeah, like, literally a little Pokey pedometer. I have one somewhere. Don't know where.
You still have it?
Yeah, I do. I do. I don't want to like waste everyone's time trying to find it though. So I'll dig it up off stream and I'll show you guys. But yeah, you put it on your belt and yeah, you just walk with it. It shows how old we are if we know what a pedometer is. These days, you just keep your phone on you, right? Or you wear
Yeah.
your Apple Watch or whatever your watch variety is, and it just keeps track of how far you've walked. Well, before your phone did that for you, yeah, you had to put a stupid thing on your belt or whatever, and that counted your steps. And that's how things work.
To be honest, sometimes I would shake it and it would sometimes work. But not all the time. Sometimes it would work.
Yeah, well, if you shake it enough, you're likely to get a few in, right? Like you just go,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna stop doing that hand motion on stream. It looked very uncomely. Anyway, so yeah, those were excellent rehits of the game. But yeah, what I'm talking about is like the raw shit. Like yeah, I'm talking Gen 2. You like it is so hard doing the Elite Four, and then at the end you got to fight Lance with his
Yes.
100 Dragon Knights that he's got for some reason.
I know.
He's got like 3 Dragonites, I swear to God. And then like a Charizard and a Gyarados. And yeah, so you can't just go in there like, well, of course you would go in there like ice punching or using Blizzard or something like that. But yeah, otherwise, like, yeah, but you had to have your types right to be able to fight him alone, let alone having, because you can't switch your party up between fighting the Elite Four and Lance, right? So you had to have been good and beaten them, and then you've beaten them and you're all down and injured and shit. Hopefully you've got enough potions and max revives and everything, and then you get to Lance and you've got to do that deal. Like that ain't easy, bruh. And the game knew that it wasn't easy. There was a little old man at the place where the Elite Four were. What's it called? Indigo Plateau. So there was a little old man there, and after your 10th go and you're just not good enough, and you're just like, fuck it, I've got to train some more. How do I get out of here? You go talk to the old man, and he's like, yeah, you're pretty shit at this, aren't you, mate? Let me take you home. And you're like, yes, please. Like the game put that in there, and literally the old man would take you back to New Barktown, and you from there, you go back and get good again. You can fast travel back again, and oh man, like that's how hard it was. It was so hard that the game knew that you would probably want to give up and get good and come back again. Like that is a game. That is a final level in a game. But here's a yeah.
Brings back so much nostalgia now.
Yeah, I kind of want to play it now. Let's end the podcast.
Right.
I'm playing Pokemon Crystal. Let's go. No.
Ooh, good choice.
Yes, absolutely. Maybe I'll do that on stream sometime. You guys want to play Pokemon Crystal? Yeah, of course you do. If you don't, I will. I'll sit here and play Pokemon Crystal with like 0 viewers. I'm fine with it. Maybe I'll just play it offline. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's how good it was, Ssrenna. But here was the craziest thing about this. That wasn't even the final level in the game. That was like the halfway point. So you get through that and, you beat Lance. And you had this sweet little ceremony thing where, like, Professor Oak shows up and you're like, oh, GG, bro. And he takes you to the back and you and your Pokies, you end up on, like, a plaque and shit. It's like, yeah, Coop is, like, the best of them all and here's his mad Poke team and well done. You get a credit roll. And then you're like, oh, well, that's the game. Except, no, it isn't. You end up back at New Barktown, and then Oak's like, oh, hey, man, you've won a cruise. Go on a cruise. And then the cruise takes you to Kanto. And then you do the Kanto map, and you get all the gym shit and everything in Kanto. And then once you do that, obviously you can go and catch Mewtwo. So you've got a whole another game ahead of you, pretty much, once you've beaten Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. It's absolutely nuts. And that's why I rate it over Red. Red, you beat it, and it's done. But yeah, Gold and Silver and Crystal, they just they had the ability to, you know, be the dwarf standing on the shoulders of a giant. They were able to say, okay, well, here's our game, and now we're going to take you back through what you loved about the other one.
Exactly. And that's what I love about the original games is like they will never be bad. They're always going to be like the games that you grew up with, you know, the childhood nostalgia. Like I remember like I think I told you this before. I remember playing that, right? With my Game Boy Color that I had. I remember playing, I think it was either gold or crystal now that we're talking about it. And I was doing the Lego robotics and I was just like battling because you have the little cable thing you plug
Oh,
into
yeah.
your friend's thing and you can try and battle and stuff. Yeah, I used to do that. That's what we were doing the whole time. It was awesome.
Oh, you're a cool kid like me. I've still got the link thing too. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. Got my cable link
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. This is how, like, these days, like, if you're playing a game like Pokemon Go or Sword and Shield or whatever, you just like do it over the internet or whatever. But yeah, no, you'd plug your thing in. What color was your Game Boy?
So I actually had the original Pikachu one.
Oh.
The one with Pikachu, Jigglypuff, and it was a blue and yellow one.
Bro, that's
It came with
fun.
Pokemon Yellow.
Yeah, it was like a special edition one that came with Pokemon Yellow.
Yes.
Pokemon Yellow was cool because your Pikachu walked around with you, like it followed you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
love
liked
that.
about that
Having a
game.
Pikachu in the beginning. That was awesome to have him as your starter, you know?
Yeah, yeah, it was. Well, it's what you. Because here's the thing: when Pokemon Red and Blue came out, right, the cartoon that you're talking about, so the anime or whatever, it was huge. Like kids were watching that on morning television every day, right? Before they went to school, you would watch um, Pokemon. And so Ash started with a Pikachu, and of course every kid wanted to be like Ash and have their Pikachu that they started with. So when you were playing Pokemon Red or Pokemon Blue, you didn't get given that option. So it was a good move on their part when they did release Yellow. To start you off with a Pikachu, because obviously all the kids picking that game up be like, yes, I get to be like Ash. Like, I know you can still get the caps, I think, but no, like every kid, I feel like every kid had the Ash cap, right? Like
Yes.
the hat, yeah. Like everyone wanted to be Ash and have Pokemons, and you collected the trading cards. Like were they big when you were in school? The Pokemon cards.
But yeah, they were big when I was in school. People would be doing that during lunchtime. People would be trading and battling during lunchtime and things like that. I mean, it was great.
Yeah, it really took over. It got to a point where my school had to ban like Game Boys at school. They banned Pokemon cards, and then they also banned Digimons as well. Like that was the
Oh,
other thing.
jeez.
Yeah, no, because kids were just like kids were getting into fights over it. Like if you I legit I didn't actually fight this kid, but yeah, I
I
tell you.
understand it though. Like that's crazy, but I understand
I
it.
tell you what, like I remember, like it wasn't really a fight. It was like one hit, and then he like cried and ran away. Like yeah, I'm not talking myself up, but yeah, I swear, not as much like as I usually do anyway. But yeah, no, like I beat this kid in. It was actually a Digimon battle. I had a Digimon because I was a cool kid, and yeah, I beat him, and I actually killed his Digimon. Like that, you could do that in Digimon. Like you didn't just win battles and beat them. No, if they got beat that badly, their Digimon died. So the stakes have never been this high, right? Yeah, yikes. So
Yeah.
I killed this kid's Digimon, and he was mad, and he was all up in my grill. And young Coop had never been in a fight before, but he had some advice from his dad. It was like, if someone's like mouthing off at you, you just punch them. And well, thanks a lot, Dad. Yeah, I did that. The funny thing was, for the rest of the day, I was complaining about how sore my hand was. Like, yeah, here's this kid got punched in the face, and yeah, like I said, he ran off and started
Did the
crying and
school
everything.
do anything?
No, they didn't. The teacher didn't
Or did
even
they?
see it.
They didn't.
They didn't even see it.
Oh, jeez.
And
I know here if something like that happened, like something would have happened. But that's too funny.
well,
Like,
yeah, like
jeez.
there were all these other kids watching and everything like that, and they were just like, oh, and like, how old was I? Like 8, 9? And oh boy, yeah, no, clocked this kid in the face. He did actually dob, like he snitched on me to the teacher. And the teacher was more mad about the fact that we were playing Digimons over our lunch break. Like, they were just like, oh, damn these Digimon. Like, I'm confiscating your Digimon. Like, took this kid's Digimon off him. So he got punched in the face and he lost his Digimon. So bad day for that kid.
That was a terrible day for him.
But yeah, no, that's why.
Dude, he probably remembers that to this day. Remember that Coop kid that punched me and that I lost my Digimon and then I got taken away?
I've forgotten the kid's name. It's so long ago, but yeah, look, here's hoping he doesn't watch Twitch. He'll be like, you. Oh, imagine it.
This is just great.
But yeah, so that's why they banned them. They banned Digimon's Pokemon like cards, and Game. They just outright banned Game Boys, like the same way they ban like phones, like nowadays at schools and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like same sort of deal. F for the Digimon. Yeah, I obviously had my Game Boy and everything, but yeah, no, I don't know. It was a cool feature that the Digimons had was, it was like, even though I had a dog at home, I cared more about like, feeding my Digimon. Like, yeah, like, I don't know, it really fed on something that kids just had ingrained in them at that time. I'm not sure if it's a thing now or not.
Well, to be fair, let's be honest. A video game animal, right? It's super easy to take care of it. A real life animal is a lot more work than kids expect.
Oh, you ain't kidding. You ain't kidding. What do you think about that? Yeah, I think that's a good cue. He's looking at me. Let me bring the star of the stream up, guys. I'm gonna move my beer all the way over there. Yeah. Oh, hey, bud. Hey, come and tell us about how much more difficult you are to look after than a Digimon. Oh, hey.
Aw, Kylo.
Well, hello, Raptor Nation. It is me, the Kylo puppy. How you doing? How you doing, bud? How you doing? Are you going good?
He looks taller than you. Is he like on your lap?
Oh no! Kylo, fight off the YouTube bear! Do it! Take him down! He's got him! Oh, well done, bud. Well done. Yeah, Tamagotchis were another example of a virtual pet. You couldn't fight with a Tamagotchi, though. Tamagotchis couldn't fight.
No.
Oh,
He's such a handsome boy.
He's very, very big and heavy, I'll tell you what. You love cuddles, though, don't you, pup? Yeah. So, guys, this is much harder to take care of than a Digimon or a Tamagotchi, let me tell you. I love you to bits, bud, but you are. Also a lot harder to carry around than a Tamagotchi or a Digimon. A lot more expensive to feed. Oh, bud. Do you want to nap? You're not napping. No, don't nap on me.
He's falling asleep.
He's asleep. Oh no, he's woken up. Okay, thank God. Thank God. Hey, bud. Can I put you back on the ground now? No, stop going to sleep. Oh no, he's going to sleep on me.
Will he just sit on your lap when you're just like watching TV or something and just fall asleep on you?
If I let him, he would. Yeah. Ugh.
Okay.
He's very, very sulky. So I recently crate trained him. He's done great with that. But yeah, up until I crate trained him, he would insist on sleeping in the bed with me. That's why I had to crate train him, actually. So yeah, imagine, yeah, like, I I don't have that much room in my bed. We've got two adults and that animal. Like, yeah, no, we couldn't keep it up. But yeah, he's very, very, very cuddly. Hey, bud. Yeah. Now you're awake. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, so that's is that a wrap on Pokemon? Did I see Pokemon Emerald? Did someone mention Pokemon Emerald? Because if so, win. Yes, absolutely win. Pokemon Emerald was a fantastic game. In fact, a lot of folks to this day are calling out for a remaster of Pokemon Emerald. And I'm
Yeah,
all
see, I want to see a remaster so bad.
yes, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Yeah, in fact, coming into you'll remember we talked about this when we were talking about Pokemon Unite a little while ago. Which podcast was that in? I can't remember now. But yeah, anyway, so we were talking about what people were expecting when Nintendo were announcing Pokemon Unite. People were expecting either a remaster of Pokemon Yellow or a remaster of Pokemon Emerald. And a lot of people, including myself, were keen for a redo of Pokemon Emerald. Because, oh yeah, I'll tell you what. That was a really good run of games. The Gen 3, like, you know, I was raving about Gen 2 before. Gen 3 was great because it was different.
Yep.
Like, not just the pokies, but also the story, the layout of the land. Like, it's something that you don't think about in a Pokemon game, but the maps. I find the maps really interesting.
I like the whole game. I also like the legendary Rayquaza. Is that how you say it?
Rayquaza
I don't think I'm pronouncing it right.
Groudon. Well, yeah, I think that's how you say it. But yeah,
Groudon.
Groudon. Yeah, that's them. Very very cool legendaries. Yeah, and just a different take on it, right? You know, like you had just a long run of birds beforehand, like birds and weird looking. Sure, you had the weird looking dogs that Gen 2 gave you, but yeah, what did you have? You had like Mew and Mewtwo, and then you had Moltres, Articuno, Zapdos, and then you had Ho-Oh was the legendary in gold, and Lugia was the legendary in silver. You know, just a whole lot of birds, and then all of a sudden, yeah, you get Rayquaza and Groudon or whatever it's called. That weird rock monster that's just awesome and red.
I loved him. He's awesome.
Was I saying it right? I've been saying it Groudon my whole life. Have I been saying it wrong?
Yes, it's Groudon.
Groudon. That's okay. I do that. I've done that a lot. You know, when I first read the third Harry Potter book, I pronounced Sirius Black, Sirius. So yeah, I was like, you know, just in my head, I was reading it as Sirius, like completely wrong, obviously. And then I don't know, I finally ran into another Harry Potter nerd, and they were like, "Yeah, so Sirius is my favorite character." I'm like, "You mean Sirius, don't you, bro?" And then obviously I was wrong and an idiot. But yeah, no, I did that. And yeah, so now that's just happened to me again with Groudon. Groudon. Oh, yikes.
You got it correct.
Oof. Well, this has been an unsatisfactory day. I've been attacked by bears. I've had to witness a helicopter rescue, and yeah, I've been pronouncing Groudon's name wrong this whole time. What do you do? All the same. You know Hermione. Branch called Hermione Harmony until the first film came out.
Ah.
I immediately feel better. Branch, thank you for sharing that with the group.
Did you know, though, with the movies, though, there are two different versions of the movie?
The movie?
Yeah, the first original one? Yep, of Harry Potter.
Now, I came across this when I was watching it on TV, like, years ago now. There's, like, a weird extended cut.
Yep, that's the original version, and that's the version that has the whole story. The one that's the cutoff part is the movie, the theatrical version.
Yeah.
So it's actually very cool to find the original movie and be able to watch that. Plus, they have like the original artwork, and that one I guess is it's worth some money because of the whole disc and the original artwork and everything like that. But if you can find it, it's actually really good. It actually makes so much more sense to the actual movie itself. It puts so much more like gives you the whole background, the whole story pretty much of what you were missing in the cutscenes.
Yeah, that's something that came to my attention recently when Mrs. Velociraptor and I were rewatching those movies. In fact, how much you fill in the blanks just because you've read the books. You just like, oh yeah, that was in there, but there's a lot of things that actually aren't in there. Your mind has just filled the blanks in with whatever exposition or whatever story elements were missing because you know they happen in the
Mhm.
book, and for some reason we're at a point with Harry Potter, like just as a element of pop culture, that yeah, for some reason you don't sit there and watch it anymore and go, oh well, the books were different with this, like people do with Game of Thrones and the like. No, you just, I don't know, the
Right.
two just seem synonymous. You're just like, okay, yeah, the books are great and the movies are great. And yeah, you just watch the movies and your mind just fills in what the movies are actually missing from the books. And in fact, in the later movies, they cut so much out. I noticed that at that point they just assume. I think the movie maker assumes that you've read the books by this point. By the time that you are
Oh, for
watching their
Harry
movie,
Potter or for Game of Thrones?
Harry Potter.
Okay,
Yeah,
that
Game
makes
of
sense.
Thrones is very different. Um, Game of Thrones, the books stop at, well, this isn't spoilers anymore, guys. If you don't know that Jon Snow died, then like, what are you doing, really? But yeah, the books stop with Jon Snow dying, right? Um,
Yep.
and obviously the TV series goes on from that, and well, he's not dead anymore, is he? So yeah, absolutely right, Branch. There are massive, massive story arcs missing from later films. The Goblet of Fire. The Goblet of Fire has no house elves in it. You notice there's like a massive, massive house elf story arc in the Goblet of Fire. You meet like another elf called Winky. There's actually house elves pretty much living as slaves at Hogwarts. Like you don't see any of that in the movie. There's so much,
Yeah.
but yeah, like even to the main storyline, like when you get to the Deathly Hallows movies, which themselves are in a weird way padded out to make two movies, right? Even they miss out on key story elements, like they skip things, just because they're like, well, you already know about this because you read the book. Like, the planning phase for when they're
Yeah.
going to the Ministry of Magic, like everything that happens with Creature and how his arc goes. You don't see how Creature ends up or anything like that. Like there's nothing. Ah, the Winky storyline. You mean, Branch? Let me go get my sunglasses. Thanks for that short sleeve. Oh boy, my body hurts. My body hurts a
Short
lot.
sleeve.
Oh, yes.
That's a nice chair you got there, Coop.
Is
It's
it?
pretty nice.
It's okay. It keeps me off the ground. You finally got enough for it? Well, that's the end of the stream now. Oh, short sleeve, what would you do? Anyway, yeah, so that spew, yes, exactly. So Hermione, she launches a almost like a human rights group, but it's for elves. Branch in chat, wonky. It makes me laugh every time I read it. Yikes. But yeah, so no, so she starts like a elf rights group called Spew. Yeah, that is just completely gone from the Goblet of Fire movie. But yeah, the whole planning phase for when they're breaking into the Ministry. um, that was actually a deal. Like the Creature story arc, as I was saying before, completely gone from the movie. You see Creature for like 2 seconds, I think. He's
Yeah.
just like, oh yeah, I'll go find a guy. Here's the guy, I found him, and then that's about it.
That's the only time you see Creature.
That's literally it. That's literally it. I'm gonna laugh if Twitch like pick you up for spamming, Brent, because you've said wonky so many times. Oh boy. Actually, I discovered a funny thing on my iPhone the other day. We've been talking about Apple this evening, of course. Um, my iPhone, I say y'all so much in just every platform. So on Twitch, on Discord, in messages, like just everywhere. I say it so much. When I go to type talk, it changes it to y'all. Y exclamation like
Yes.
apostrophe ALL.
Yes. That's awesome.
It's ridiculous. I just literally couldn't even with my phone this morning. I was just like, I'm trying to say talk.
It's like, no, you wanted to say y'all.
Yes, Branch, absolutely. It really annoyed me watching those last two movies. Because yeah, like I said, they were split into two. Like the one book was split into two, and yeah, they just yada yada the Horcruxes. You know, sure, like you had the big deal with the locket and everything like that, but then they just find the cup, and they're just like, oh yeah, here's the cup, like done. Like they break into a whole bank with
Yep.
like a little goblin dude, and they just and everything like that. And I don't know, that just doesn't seem like much of a deal. They climb out on a fucking dragon. Doesn't I don't know. It doesn't feel like a big enough deal is made out of that. They just jump off the dragon. They're like, okay, we got the cup. And then yeah, they break into the Chamber of Secrets with the cup and they stab it. Like I don't know. Am I just too hype or was this played down too much? And then the diadem, he just casually finds the diadem in the place after talking to a ghost for 20 minutes. Like, oh boy. Now I'm starting to rage a bit. Because yeah, like I said, your mind just fills in the blanks. You're like, oh yeah, like that was a momentous occasion. Him destroying the diadem with the tooth, like that's a big deal. Um, and you do that because you already knew about the gravity of the situation. But in the movie, he's just like, done, mission accomplished. Now let's go get that snake, guys. Like they're just like doing a speed run. They're doing a speed run through this quest.
Yes.
In a movie. That's pretty much what those last two movies is. It's like a legendary speedrunner. I'm thinking like mildly toasted. Okay, world record holder in Bioshock, by the way, guys. Free plug for you, Toasted. But yeah, him just playing a Harry Potter RPG game, and someone's made a movie out of it. Like that's pretty much what those movies are. Yes, absolutely. The movies didn't really give a shit about the Malfoys, did they? Oh man, it's a it's a travesty. Actually, you didn't really get to see. Oh, you did a little bit, but again, the movie didn't show you. You just saw like the Malfoys, and you're like, okay, they're up to this point in their arc. Like you piece that together yourself because you knew what happened in the books. But yeah, everything that goes on with Draco and his mum and Lucius and all that. And then it gets to like that final bit where, the fight reignites in the movie and then they're just like, yeah, no, we're getting the fuck out of here and off they go. Yeah, like you just see that happen. You're just like, oh, look, you piece it together just based on everything that had happened in the books. You're just like, oh, okay. Like, that's the natural progression from that arc. Yet, the movie never actually showed you those things.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot of the movies did not follow the books whatsoever, and that made a lot of people mad.
Yeah, now, I never had that problem with, what was it, The Hunger Games. I never read the Hunger Games books. Watched the movies. I enjoyed the first one. The first Hunger Games movie was actually good for me. It was enjoyable. And then after that, I think they did the same thing. They were like, okay, so for these next however many movies they made, and I watched them, I did. But yeah, I didn't really know what was happening. I didn't get it. I didn't understand why what was happening. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was a lot going on
Yeah.
in those movies, and there was a lot message wise, I think, that, yeah, I just, as someone that hadn't read the books, I didn't fucking get it. I just did not know what was happening. There was like, Eddie Redmayne was in those movies, right? And yeah, I think I was
Who?
Eddie Redmayne. Yeah, yeah, he definitely was. He was a guy. He was a person. Um, Now, yeah, I think I was more focused on I was more focused on the fact that he was a person than what that person meant to the story. Like, that's how out of the loop I was as a movie watcher, not having read those books. But as Branch just reaffirms in chat, yeah, it seems that that was another example of, yeah, the movie just leaving out things because they assume you've read the book. But unlike Harry Potter with Hunger Games, it didn't have the massive pop culture cult following that Harry Potter had, where people, ultimately just forgave the movies for not having things that the books had. Hunger Games, yeah, people were just like, this isn't like the book. And that was, yeah, if they were a book fan, and that was the deal. Aragon, yeah, Aragon was a terrible, terrible movie. Let's not talk about it. Maze Runner, I never watched those movies
You've
actually.
never seen Maze Runner?
No.
He actually showed me Maze Runner, all of them, and I've watched every single one. We
Oh,
actually bought the newest one at Best Buy, what was it, last year? So that way we could watch the last one together. But no, I've seen all of them. They're fantastic. You should definitely watch them. I like them.
well, I don't know. They're getting hate in chat. Should I watch it?
I like it.
Branch
I
doesn't like
haven't
it.
read, I don't know if they have any books or whatnot, but I've seen the movie and I like the movie personally.
Okay, maybe I'll watch it when I'm like not watching something else. I don't know. I'm torn. You've got a hell of a tick of approval though, Ssrenna. So maybe is it on Netflix? Can I watch it on Netflix?
No, you'd have to like buy it, or
Oh,
I think maybe you can buy it on Amazon Prime if you have that, but we have it on DVD
oh,
or
okay.
Blu-ray, I should say.
You like it that much? You bought the Blu-ray? Wow.
Oh, I have the Blu-ray. Okay, so I have a Blu-ray version of Beauty and the Beast 2017 live action version, right? I
Yeah.
also got the steelbook cover with the original art for Beauty and the Beast 2017, and that's still sealed.
Wow. Look at you go. Here's me. I just got Disney Plus and I'll watch it on there.
No, that's my favorite movie though. Have you seen that Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah, I've seen the original and the live action remake, and I'm a fan of both.
I love the live action. I love them both, but I definitely love the live action. They did a beautiful job on that.
It's a guilty pleasure of mine to sing along to Evermore when the Beast starts singing it.
Dude, every time they sing that song, like I know it word for word, so I can sing it when it comes on.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. It is
Oh,
great.
yeah, no, it's a good time. Let's see. Okay, so no, Branch has clarified. He says that they are good films. All right, I'll watch the Maze Runner movies, people. I'll watch that. Maybe that can be our next movie for movie night if it's on a streaming platform. I'll check Stan and Disney. I've been giving a lot of free plugs to Prime Gaming. Maybe I should actually get Amazon Prime so I can have a Prime Gaming account. Damn. If you okay,
That's
so
what I use is Amazon Prime.
all right, so I haven't read the book, so I should be okay if I watch the movies, right? Yeah, okay. It's got a good follow through, but the books are okay. So they're shit books that have good movies. All right, I can follow that. I can follow that. Um, Forrest Gump is a good example of that. Did anyone actually know that Forrest Gump is a book?
Yes. I
Oh,
haven't read it, but I know about it.
yeah. Well, I guess I knew it too, but yeah, I haven't read it. There's actually a sequel book that is, but yeah, the writer hated the movie so much that he vetoed a sequel movie. They
Really?
wanted to make a second movie.
Oh, jeez.
Imagine that. Imagine the world you'd be living in then.
Right?
But also, like, for me, more crazy is that the writer hated the movie. Like, that's up there. That's actually my favorite movie right there, is Forrest Gump.
So that's very
Ooh,
weird that
yeah,
the writer didn't like that then.
yeah.
If everybody loves it that much.
It's hardly unheard of. Stephen King hated Stanley Kubrick's version of The
Oh,
Shining.
really?
Yep, he did not like that movie one bit. So much so, when he was able to, he did actually orchestrate a redo. It was like 3 DVD discs long
Oh,
and
okay.
substantially not good. But yeah,
Since we're
Branch.
speaking of movies, I have to
Yep.
ask you if you watch one specific movie. Have you seen The Nun?
Yes.
Okay. What did you think of it?
Oh, I go into horror movies these days with really low expectations. So
Mm-hmm.
when I did actually go and see that at the movies. I saw The Nun at the movies, right? Off the back of having seen The Conjuring 2. And I enjoyed it. I don't know, because I do enjoy a scary movie, right? Like,
Yes.
it was pretty basic, right? Um, like, in terms of the concept, and yeah, like just how it was put together and the story and everything like that. I don't know. You can kind of switch your brain off and just watch it. That's fine, and just throw all logic out the window, and you'll love it. But yeah, I can honestly say I sat there and I enjoyed that movie, and I thought that it was a good addition to that whole universe thing they've got going on.
See, when I was watching that, I watched it on TV, but I remember some of the people I was watching it with, for some reason, they were scared of the movie. I don't know why, but they were scared of the movie.
Yeah, it used some I don't know, it just used some old tropes and stuff and threw the scary nun on it, and yeah, it was fine. Some really good scenes put together in it, like really built the tension well, and I don't know, in a lot of ways all those movies now, like within that whole Conjuring universe that they've got going on over there at Paramount, it is they are all really dwarves standing on the back of the giant that was the Conjuring, like the original Conjuring movie that they made. That thing was just, it was an excellent movie. It
Yeah,
was
it was.
well written, off the back of what wasn't really all that interesting of a story. Like, if you look at the IRL story that it's based on, you're just like, yeah, okay, cool. But yeah, just how they were actually able to put that together, story writing wise, and make it interesting, make you give a fuck about the characters and make you care about what was happening to them, and it made you care about these protagonists and really root for them when they were trying to help, the people and everything like that. Made you, yeah, it was really interesting, and just how it built tension and paid it off. And a really fun fact, like, I'll fanboy about The Conjuring till the cows come home because it's just a great movie, a great horror movie. And here's the thing: what's crazy about it is that it is such a scary movie, right?
Oh, yeah.
Nobody actually dies in it. Like, aside from the ghost who was, like, who had died obviously to become
Yep.
a ghost, it doesn't actually kill anybody. And that is remarkable. That is remarkable. You think about all the slashes and whatnot that we've had to live through, where, yeah, people just, it's just gore porn. Everyone, people last like 2 seconds. There's a whole meme about, the African American man not getting to the end. Like, that's just what horror movies and slashes are. And then you have this movie come out and it's just like legitimately terrifying. And yeah, nobody dies. Like, yeah, absolutely nuts. But yeah.
I remember when they go through the whole thing with the church pews, and then they have to look at all the the things underneath the covers. I would have freaked out in real life, honestly, if I had to go through that. Mm-mm.
Oh, like the clap game?
No, no, no. In one of the movies. Oh, and maybe I'm thinking of Insidious, but I think that's what it is. Where they have the movie where the son goes into like another world or whatever it is, and the father has to travel to find him, and then they go through like they have this. It's like a black way, and then there's like this red door, and then there's like this church pew. I'm describing this terribly, but later on in the movie, there's like this. I'm trying to think. It's like a medium. There's a bunch of mediums and stuff to try to help the family out, and then they find this like I think it's an old woman that's like underneath this cloak, and they have to go into this room where there's tons of these like cloak things sitting in pews, benches.
It's
It's
Insidious.
absolutely nuts. Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah.
what I
I
thought.
was trying to like Google it. Fortunately, we have just the best community that know movies. Yeah, I've never watched Insidious. Maybe I should get like a binge sesh together and watch Insidious, like all of them, because apparently they're good. But yeah, damn. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen and heard plenty about Insidious, like with the jump scares and everything like that.
Oh yeah, there's one in the bathroom scene that gets people every time.
Yeah, nice. Damn. Well, all right, guys, it's bedtime. No, but no, I think that's a wrap on the podcast. No, all the same. Yeah,
Maybe not bedtime for you, but bedtime for me because my time is 4:49.
Oh, dude, the sun will be coming up for you soon. Well, thank you so much for joining us once again, EGN Ssrenna. Short sleeve, can
Of
we please
course.
get a shout out in chat for our girl? Dig, dig, dig that merch again, my friend.
I do have to give you some good feedback from this. I love this hoodie. I will say, for anyone that gets a hoodie, I will say you should get a large. That's what I got. The reason why I got a large is because I want to be able to lay underneath during wintertime, right? This hoodie is super warm, super comfortable. I mean, I love this thing. And the hat is just fantastic. It is fantastic. Super comfortable, super sleek. Like, I love the outfit 100%. I would definitely recommend it to people.
The hoodie is so comfy on the inside, isn't it?
Yes, it has that nice soft fleece.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't see it from the outside, guys, because it's just got it's got like the appearance, right? But yeah, no, on the yes. So can you see it? Yeah, maybe you can. It's fleece lined on the inside. So oh man, it's super comfy, super comfy. Today was actually a warm day here today, so I'm not wearing any hoodies or anything. But I tell you what, on a cool day. Yeah, it does keep you warm. Absolutely, can plug that shit. So, love that you picked it up, man. And that's crazy. So, Ssrenna was actually the person that came up with the idea of the yellow for the hoodie. Originally, I didn't have it out in yellow. And then she was like, "Oh man, I would love a yellow hoodie." I'm like, "Well, I can do that. I can do a yellow hoodie." So there you go. We should rename it like the Ssrenna yellow.
I
Oh
love
man.
this thing.
Yeah, there you go. Raptor Nation. Reppin'. Reppin'. Is there not a light blue hoodie? Maybe I can get one. Let me have a look. Anyway, Ssrenna, as always, love having you on the show. It's been a hell of a time. Love vibing out with you. Go get some rest though, girl. I don't know. You might be able to sleep in a hoodie if you do that. I sleep in hoodies all the time. But all the same, love what you do. Go and check her out. She streams some awesome shit and is just an amazing person. Do you have any upcoming tracks that we need to keep an eye out for?
Well, I am working on a few right now. Some of the like they have some original tracks like that I had when I first got the app, right? And it's not necessarily tracks. It's just like random beats and random music that you basically have to put together to make a song. Is what it is. And some of them they have some good beats, but it's very hard to make music. So I'm trying to work with that to make actual good music with those, even though they're kind of iffy. So it's like messing around with it, seeing what I can get from it.
Yeah, I dig that. Well, in the meantime, we've of course got the Coop God song to listen to here on stream.
Of course.
But as I was saying at the start of the podcast, guys, if you haven't already, go and check out EPIC Ssrenna on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. While you're at it, subscribe to my channel, please.
Yeah.
if you're watching this on YouTube, throw us a sub, do it. But also out from Ssrenna this week was Legend, and can confirm, have listened to it a lot now, and it is a banger. It's a confirmed tune, guys. So Legend by EPIC Ssrenna, go check that shit out for sure. Anyway, girl, I'm gonna let you actually sleep now. Sorry for stalling on you. You have
That's
just
okay.
the.
Thank you so much for having me on the podcast again. This was fantastic.
Would you believe this is the 10th one? I hope I can see you again for another one next week. We'll lock that in a little later, girl. All the same. Hey, you have just like the best morning. Peace out, and hey, we're just gonna wrap this up. I love it. I love it. What a fantastic streamer. What a fantastic streamer, guys. Ssrenna's good too. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Ssrenna is just, she's not even just a streamer. It's not fair to say, oh, what a great streamer that is. No, she does so much more than that. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I wish I could be that talented. Really, I do. But you heard my attempt at trying to make some music earlier. It was not good. It was not a good time. So I will stick with streaming and content creation, and we'll let the amazing artists like Ssrenna just do what they do, make great music, make good art, and we'll leave it at that. Let's see, chat. You guys have been nuts today. Sorry I don't get to respond to chat as much when we're doing these podcasts. Really, I would, but, you know, sometimes it breaks up the conversation a bit if I'm just like, that was funny. So what do we got? You will not play the next Elder Scrolls game unless I'm an NPC. Todd, are you reading chat right now, mate? You reading chat right now, Todd? Like, is that a thing that you're doing? Do you read chat? Can you read, Todd? They want your boy to be an NPC. What? Todd, no! Oh no! It's a fucking bear! It's a fucking I guess that's what we get, guys. I guess that's what we get. We say Todd's name and a bear appears. Like, what do you do? Oh, guys. Don't even worry about it. We don't need to be an NPC in Elder Scrolls 6. I mean, that would be Pog, but we don't need to be. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We will pick that game up and we will play it, whether it's on the creation engine or not. Oh, what do we got? Oh, wow. Automod held that. The old YouTube bears. Yeah, that one was sent. Todd's got control over the YouTube bear. I don't know what to do about that. That's all right, guys. That's all right, guys. They'll never shut us down. We will never let them shut us down. Okay, the YouTube bear, Todd. Like it's all good. It's all good. Well, hey, thanks all of you. Thank you to all of you for vibing out today. It's been a time. It's been a time for sure. What I am most pleased with is this, that y'all had a good time. Did y'all have a good time? I hope you did. I had a good time. It was a good time for me. I enjoyed myself. Yep, alright, there's a dab for you. Hey, how about that? Really cheapens the experience though, if you think about it, because you know what happens when someone actually follows. Like, am I gonna dab then? I'm gonna leave. It's illegal. It's not illegal for me to leave. I can leave if I want to. I can leave my friends behind. Because if I have friends and if my friends don't dance, then they're no friends of mine. And we can dance. Sorry. All the love. You're gonna go grab some breakfast now? Yeah, well, I am going to jump off a cliff. No, I'm joking. I'm going to jump offline. Gonna go hang out, do Velociraptor things. Who are we gonna raid tonight though? Who's on? Who is online right now? Who wants our raid? Hmm. Oh, Isolate's on. That's cool. Oh, Dean the Breaker's on. I don't think we've ever rated Dean. We should give Dean some love. Let's mute him for the moment. Yeah, there he is. What does a velociraptor do in their spare time? I don't know. Have you watched the movie Jurassic Park? Like, yeah, just just follow that. Be right back. Need to get the mail. Exactly. Exactly. Velociraptors go and get the mail. They go and get the mail. 100%. But guys, before I do let you all go, before I do that, I'll get this ready. All the same. Yeah, there we go. Before I do that, as always, I need to remind you of something, and that is this: you matter, and you add value to other people's lives. Okay. I have to say it at the end of every stream. It's really important because sometimes I think a lot of people forget. And you know what? If you're here, I don't ever want you to forget that you matter and you add people. You add people. No, you add value to other people's lives. All right, it's super super important. I have to remind you. It's my duty. Okay. Um, I know sometimes it doesn't feel that way. And honestly, all I can tell you is this: I don't really know what anyone else has got going on. But here's what I do know. I know this. If you're here right now, if you've been watching this podcast, if you've been watching on Twitch, if you've been watching on YouTube, doesn't matter too much, okay? Because guess what? If you're watching all the same, you matter to me, okay? And if you're watching this right now, you have just added value to my life. So hey, thank you so much. Really, I mean it. You're going to subconsciously think it. Yeah, I already know what you're subconsciously thinking. That includes mods, just for anyone subconsciously wondering. Um, guys, as always, so much love for all of you. Thank you all for just being you, okay? Raptor Nation, just love, love, love everything that you do, even when all you do is lurk. Really, I can't say it enough. It means so much to me where we've come in, the time that we've been online. And as always, I'm keen to come back online again. That will be Tuesday night. Tuesday night, probably 8:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Tuesday night. I'll see you all there. In the meantime, as always, my name is Coop. You guys call me the Velociraptor. Peace. Let's go say good day to Dean.